Okay, second thing, closing certain businesses and venues. Certain businesses have had to close, bars, restaurants, etc. have to close unless they are just doing takeouts. Okay, for example, this includes places of worship. Places of worship, churches, temples, gurdwaras, masjids, all of them have to close. The places of worship must close unless it's for funerals attended by immediate families. So the only dispensation for opening a masjid that has been given is that it can only be open for if somebody is going to do a funeral there. That's the only dispensation to open a masjid. So if your masjid is open for any other reason, then that is not something that is allowed by the government, and you should not be doing so. However, there is a little complication here, because one of the critical workers that has been identified are religious staff, which includes the imam, possibly the muazzin, etc. Okay, so those essential to running the justice system, religious staff. So imam can be in the masjid, which opens the door a little, which opens the door a little. But those that are not religious staff, they should not be attending the masjid. Some have joined the two together, closed the masjid, and then religious staff and say, okay, the imam and maybe the muazzin together, they do salah in the masjid, or those essential workers for the masjid, what I would say what have to qualify religious staff, they can be present in the masjid. Otherwise, you cannot be present. If you don't qualify a religious staff, then you should not be in the masjid, and the masjid should not be open. Okay, so this is actually an obligation upon you. Now, the question might arise: well, closing the masjid, isn't that something that's contradictory to Islam? Well, no, because this is done. This is, as I explained at the beginning, the very way to control the transmission of this pandemic is to limit the amount of contact we have with others. So that's the cure to this disease at the moment is non-pharmaceutical, and it involves not minimizing contact. So the fact that the government have restricted the opening of masjid in order to achieve the interest of minimizing the contact means that becomes an instruction of the government that we must follow. If it was done for reasons that are trying to bring harm to the Muslims, trying to trouble the Muslims, then okay, that's a separate discussion. But this is done with the intention of minimizing risk and ensuring that the least possible possibility of transmission is achieved.